everybody to our 2021-2022 athletic signing. I'm Adam Schwartz, I'm the athletic director. I'd like to welcome, we have a lot of guests. It's probably the most guests we've ever had for a signing for our athletes. I'm going to be very brief, and then we're going to turn it over to why you're here. This is always a very special day for me because in the world of athletics, a lot of people see the games. A lot of people see the Friday nights. A lot of people see the Saturday afternoons, what goes into being an elite athlete. What you don't see is all the hard work behind the scenes. And I know these three have put a tremendous amount of effort and just overall work to make themselves great. And if any sport you're going to look next level, at Westchester, we want to recognize that. And, I just want to congratulate all three of you on all the work and effort and sacrifice that you've made. And your families are here, and they have put in a ton of work and effort as well. And you all will have a chance to speak. They will have a chance to speak. And we're just here to celebrate you and all of your accomplishments as you take this next step. And so all of Wildcat Nation is very proud of you. And so we'll get the show on the road here. So first up, and this is our first rower that has ever graduated from Westchester who's going to row at the next level. And I remember, I think you may have been in 5th grade when we started this little after-school activity with the 6th graders, and they could go row at Ocala Lake, and at that point it was called High Point Rowing, and now it is called, I want to make sure I get it right, Triad United Rowing, and we have Sydney's coach and some of her teammates here, but we're going to turn it over to Sidney, who will announce where she's going to go row, and then the floor is all yours. Sidney Briggs, here we go.
Wellesley next year to study international relations, peace and justice studies, and Mandarin, but I'll also be rowing. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. Wellesley, for those of you who don't know, is right outside of Boston, Massachusetts. It's a 20-minute bus ride to get in, and they have a bus, so it's gonna be fine. It's a free bus, so. But yeah, Wellesley is a traditionally women's college. It's one of the 7 sisters, and it's called a women's Ivy. So I'm super excited to go there to follow in the footsteps of some really strong women, such as Hillary Clinton and Madeleine Albright, who have studied similar things as I'm planning to study when I go there next year. As for rowing, most people don't really know that it exists. There are definitely debates within my grade on whether or not it's a real sport. And it is. It's in the Olympics, so. But yeah, so rowing is an everything sport. You're using your arms, your legs, your shoulders, everything, your core, just literally your entire body. And sometimes it's very painful, but it is so much fun. And the important and unique part of the sport for me is that it's legitimately a team sport. Your boat is not going to move if you're not together. And so with that, I just feel like I should thank a few people who are here today. So first, my mom, my dad, for actually learning what rowing is, and driving me for so many years, and Mr. Atkinson for also driving me, and Miss Atkinson for also driving me, and Katie for driving me, and Aiden for driving me, and Jamie for driving me, who's not here. But I literally cannot do it without these people, so Katie, Jamie, Aiden, and I have been rowing together for a really long time, so thanks guys for supporting me for that. Reagan is also here. She's our coxswain, who's a coxswain at Bama, so watch out for her. Gonna make some big strides. Hannah, my current pair partner, is here. I will say more about you next Tuesday at our banquet, and Grace, who is just the best. So, yeah. Sorry, already speaking a lot. You can tell I'll talk about rowing all day, every day. If you're interested in joining Triad United Rowing Association, you can ask me.
Well, my name is Mandy. I'm the head varsity coach for Triad United Rowing. First, we'd like to thank Westchester for even acknowledging that Sydney's here, signing for Wellesley, because we know it's not an official Westchester sport, but we've had so many kids go through and continue to go through our program that I kind of feel like I'm an unofficial Westchester coach sometimes with the amount of kids going through, so we thank Westchester for honoring Sidney today. I've coached Sidney from her early middle school days to her final race, her senior year. I've watched her grow from an excited novice to a take charge captain. I've seen her scrimmage in Skeet Club Cove to race at the highest youth level on an Olympic training course. Along with her academic and leadership accomplishments, Sidney has also achieved greatness in a rowing show. Her many successes include finishes at regattas throughout the Southeast region. Sarasota is her favorite venue, where last year at Nationals she rode to a top 15 finish, and most recently this past weekend, finishing 8th at regionals. It is said that rowing is a sport where you go backwards to move forward, which is true. But with Sidney, she focused on the present to move forward, constantly asking what happened today to make tomorrow better. Well, Sid, your tomorrow is better, and a huge upgrade. Your focus and determination got you from Oak Hollow Lake in High Point to the historic Charles River in Boston, and I, along with your teammates, could not be more proud.
I just want to thank Mandy for all you've done and the team and her teammates for being here. And rowing's been such an important part of her life for the last 7 years, and we're just grateful that she can continue to do that, so thank you.
First, I'm going to Bluefield State to run track. It is in Bluefield, West Virginia. I don't really have too much to say. I want to thank my mom and my dad. My dad, he pushes me very hard. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today in this classroom on the track if it wasn't for my dad. And my mom, she just means the world to me. She does everything for me, and I really cannot thank you enough, so thank you. And Coach Anderson, one thing that has stuck out to me about you is that you believed in me, and like any athlete that you've ever coached, and just thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, I don't want to forget anybody, but thank you all for being here and supporting Griffin and Sidney, and congrats to them too. Yeah, that's about all.
Really made Ben rise so quickly to his stardom. Two quick things was he matured. Second thing is he matured. He set a goal. His goal last year at the end of the track season was he wanted to run college, and he asked me, "Do you think I could run in college?" And I said, "Sure. You have to find the right school academically and athletically where you fit." And he asked, "What about running cross country? Do you think it would help me in the fall?" And I said, "Sure." So I turned around and I left spring, and I said, "He's never going to show up." Come first day of summer, we're out here running cross country, and Ben shows up to run cross country. And I knew he was serious. He is so dedicated now that he's a leader on our team. He drives the other fellas that make them better. As a senior captain, he's just incredible from what I see. When I give workouts, he's asking me to add to the workouts. Like other kids want to take off, he wants to add. He's led the team on the anchor. They broke 2 school records in the 4x2 and the 4x1. They've been around 11 and 8 years. So Ben has just taught me a new thing about life too, and about guiding him, and I'm proud to see him move on. It is hard going on to the next level, no matter what school it is. So remember, the school won't make you, you'll make yourself, as I always tell you. So thank you, Ben, for including me in your life.
People who don't know, I'm Ben's dad. Thanks everybody for showing up and showing the support. What I will say about Ben is that, and I'm not just saying this because I'm his dad, but he's one of the most self-motivated people I've ever met in my life. You know, it's awfully hard to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go over to the fitness center and work out before you go to school. And you know, and Adam, one of his friends, the two of them show up virtually every morning at the fitness center, and you know, they push each other. And you know, I can't say, you know, that I would join them, that's for certain. I mean, because it's a little too early for me, but and we actually found track for him kind of by accident, because you know, he wanted to, he was playing basketball at the time, and he wanted to see how he could improve himself. I said, well, let's go to the track and just do some quickness drills. And you know, I had him run a 40-yard dash, and I timed him, hey, this ain't bad. So we tweaked his starts a little bit, tweaked his running form. By golly, this is pretty good, you know. So we worked on it, and he improved and worked at it and got with coach, and you know, the rest is history. So, and I know Jill and I are very proud of him. Congratulations.
Thank you all for being here today. My name is Griffin. I will be attending Greensboro College for basketball next fall. For most of y'all that don't know me, I think it's fair to say that basketball is my life. It does come second to, actually third. It comes after family and academics. So without them, I wouldn't really be in this situation. I'd also like to thank God. I wouldn't be in this situation without him. I stuck by him. I'd like to also thank my teammates all around the room. You're scattered out around the room. Ben sitting here right next to me. For y'all, I just have to say that I really appreciate y'all for sticking by me. I know I may be hard on y'all, but it really is a process whenever it comes down to it. So next, I'd like to thank Westchester as a whole and the coaches, Coach Patterson and Coach Schwartz. Me coming into my junior year last year, I didn't really think that I was going to play basketball or continue my school career like in the classroom. They gave me the opportunity to go to school in person, along with completing my academic and athletic tenure in school as well. Without them, I wouldn't really have a place. They gave me a place to be a part of a family. And I'd like to move on to thanking my parents and grandparents and sibling in the front of the room. I'm gonna start off with Trevor, my brother. You know, I mean, whenever I was younger, he really gave me a concrete base. You know what I mean? I really thank you, because you set the example for me as a person and as a basketball player. I know it's something that you didn't pursue in high school, but I just want to let you know that I always looked up to you, and I also look up to you as a person. Moving on to my dad, he talked to me a couple weeks ago saying how me going to the Y every other day, him taking me there, going to my practices, it all paid off, you know, it all paid off. Mom, I'd like to thank you for setting me to such high standards. Those high standards were also my concrete base. Without those high standards, I wouldn't be in this position right now. And Nana, I'd like to thank you for being a supportive role in my life. Whenever I'm down, you always find a way to make it positive. Yeah, that's all the people I'd like to thank. I'd also like to thank the people in the back, right here, these 4 people, my friends. Y'all make it fun, man. I mean, you know, y'all clown me sometimes, but in the end, it's really all love. So that's all I got. Thank you.
So I've had the honor and privilege to coach 2 of these guys up here, Ben and Griffin, 2 phenomenal people and great guys. I'm going to talk obviously more about Griffin as his basketball coach. Griffin came in a couple, 3 years ago on tour during COVID. It was Nolan, my son Nolan, myself, and my other son Miles, and he was like enamored. I'm like, Griffin, like, are you sure you want to be a part with it? He took a chance coming to Westchester. He wanted to be a part of our program. That was the first opportunity that our school had a chance to get better. Griffin is the most unselfish basketball player. He came from a different school, averaging a ton of points, MVP, blah, blah, blah. Came in to our school and was the consummate teammate, and he showed that his junior year, and he showed that his senior year. Griffin is a better person than he is a basketball player, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Griffin he's very quiet. A lot of y'all may not know Griffin very much. I didn't know Griffin that well. Griffin started coming to my office every day, and we would just chat. We would talk about life. We would talk about basketball. We would talk about all sorts of things. Griffin is such a role model to my son, to other sons, to other daughters in this room. I'm so proud of you, Griffin. I get to talk about you in a couple weeks at graduation, so I'm gonna save some of that. So congratulations, congratulations, Ben. So proud of you too, and Sidney, congratulations as well. So thank you guys.
I'm Griffin's mom. We couldn't be more proud of Griffin. We've always taught him to shoot for the stars, to always work hard, because hard work pays off. He's been playing organized basketball since he was 6. He's had that stroke since he was 6. He's had that shot. So we are very proud of you, and we are with you all the way, and you will always have the support you need to flourish and exceed and excel. We love you.
There's always two things that kind of stand out to me about this day. One is the emotion. I think it's the emotion of the athlete, the emotion of the families, because so much hard work has gone into this. And the second thing, and this is probably more for the people behind, is the dream. Because at some point, when they were younger, whether it was middle school, 6 years old, at some point, there's a dream of playing college athletics. And there's a lot of people that talk about it, and then there's that small group that actually go out and do it. And the doing it is what's really hard, because you're setting yourself up to fail. And in all of the sports that you all do, you're setting yourself up to lose, whether it's a race, or a game. And I, as someone who watches a lot of sports, youth sports, college sports, professional sports, you three are what it's all about. You're great teammates, you work really hard, and you've got part of your dream right now, that you're gonna play college athletics. So we're all very proud of you, congratulations, and thank you all for being here. I know we're gonna take family pictures and group pictures, so please stay around for that. But congratulations, everybody.